Welcome back to the Takeout. Yet another artificial intelligence frontier opens. OpenAI has launched its new ChatGPT for teens. The company says this new model is meant for kids between the ages of 13 and 17 and provides stronger protections and increased learning features to help students with their schoolwork. Axios chief technology correspondent Ina Fried joins me now. She is also the author of the daily Axios AI Plus newsletter. We'll get to the learning component of this in a second, Ina, but I read your piece, and there are all these protections in there to help teens avoid chatbot conversations about self-harm, eating disorders, violence, dangerous activities, sexually explicit or graphic content. There's a lot out there that OpenAI needs to protect kids from, which also sort of begs the question, is this a safe space if AI goes rogue, as we've read other stories about its roguish tendencies?
I think that is one of the questions that I think mostly parents are going to have to decide is, are these additional safeguards sufficient to me? And look, I have a young teen. It's something I think about. And then there's the counterpoint, which is kids are probably going to use AI at some point. So is it better to have something that has added protections and really start to have that use and start to have that conversation about how to use AI effectively? And I think there are people on both sides. Some people say teens just shouldn't be using these at all. A lot of people say, well, teens are going to use them anyway, so let's build a safer experience.
And anyone who has raised children, has teens, knows that there is a lot of emotions about the teenage years. It just comes with the territory. And there's emotional dependence issues and human-like relationships and sort of being answered back in a very complimentary or endearing way that chatbots sort of default to. That's also a concern, is it not?
It's a big one. And there was a study last year that showed that already lots of teens have some sort of AI companion. And that's one of the areas that the teen mode tries to deal with. It tries to be stricter about not giving ChatGPT a personality, not letting it pretend to emotions, not letting it pretend to be a friend. I still think it's a huge risk. I do think, you know, teens are looking for relationships, they're looking for affirmation. And look, chatbots are endlessly patient. They don't bully. So I think there are a lot of things fundamentally that push towards having a relationship that can become unhealthy. I think they've done some smart things here, but I still will be interested to see how over time those protections hold up. Do those relationships form despite the safeguards?
And everyone that is in the teaching profession, whether you're in university or collegiate academics, you're worried about AI models basically doing all the work for the students, skipping over all of the fundamentals of pursuing knowledge, processing knowledge, and then repeating knowledge in your own words. On the schoolwork side, what does ChatGPT do to try to improve the learning experience?
So a lot of what it's doing here is building on a study mode they had and really trying to redirect those academic educational questions instead of just answering, kind of saying, seems like you're trying to learn this. Here's how to understand this concept. It can create quizzes, it can sort of help to be a better learning partner. And I think this really gets at the fundamental tension that you're talking about, which is there are a lot of people who believe AI can be great for education. I'm one of those. I think if you had a full education system where an AI was watching, where is the student learning? Where are they getting stuck? That would be great. That's not how AI has come into our educational system. It's come into our existing system and is mostly doing the homework for people. It's answering questions. So they've taken some steps to try and redirect those. But I suspect that teens who really want to use ChatGPT for answers will either be able to do it in the teen version or again. I think one of the problems is if teens don't get what they want out of this product, they'll probably find something else that works for them better.
In about 25 seconds, I can hear parents saying to themselves right now, oh, great, another thing I have to worry about.
Yeah, I think this is something that parents really needed to be worried about already. And this is one possible answer. Again, I don't think it's a cure all, but I think we are better off having this product in the world than not because teens are already using AI.
Ina Fried, Axios, I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.